Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming. Today we're going to play some more Legionbound. We have played through a few of the I'll call them biomes, I guess. We've played through Deep Woods, Dusty Canyon, Lost Caverns, Forgotten Temple, or at least I've had a few of these on camera. Today we opened the Burning Fortress on our last video, so we're probably going to run through that. But let's see what we got going on. I don't know. Did I go through the skill tree and spend all my... No. So we still have 6,500. I did get all the characters. So a good way to look for the characters again is hero can appear. You can look for that. Hero can. And then go backwards and we can see that we have all of the characters unlocked at this point, at least the ones within the tree. The other thing to note is we did have these keystones. So this was 10,000 and 10,000. So I don't think I can get any of the keystones right now with what I have available. Unless I unclick some of these things. Let's see. This is a keystone here. What does it say? Strength heroes gain defense and MDF equal to 25% of their strength. Wow, that's pretty good. That's the one where you get the bonus and the drawback. So I think you really got to kind of pick your poison there. Like, what are you going to focus on? Deal double damage. Let's see. All heroes get 10% boost in strength. Ooh, they seem pretty good. I do like the strength classes and the defense classes. So this is the knight and the swashbuckler. This is defense. Let's check out some of the defense thing. Heroes gain 2% chance to counterattack. Another 2, 2, 2. I do like counterattack. Tricky tactics. Wow, counterattacks deal 100% more damage. That seems really quite good. I'm going to go down this one next and check it out, but let's see what else we got here. All heroes get a 10% bonus to defense. More. Defense heroes are 10 times more likely to be targeted before other hero types. Oh, that's interesting. You can really focus on the taunting. Wow, that's really nice too. I see why they limit the keystone skills. You know, defensive heroes take 50% less physical damage. That is really high defense mitigation. Now, this was the one I was looking at getting into just because of the blocking and such. Seemed like they'd be quite good. 5% physical block chance. Seems like it's all the same, but man, just look at the amount of stuff we can block there with the defense heroes. Gain thorns. So the defense heroes have lots of different little sides. The strength heroes, you do have some things, but I'm not sure that there's as many things. Maximum stacks of thrilling victory. Oh, so 20% strength when killing an enemy stacks 5 times. So that's 10,000, but then you have chances to improve it. All right, well, I think what I want to do is I've gone down this pathway here and invested quite a bit in this tree because of the way that it reduced the prices of things. So ultimate gauge, freshly recruited heroes gain double experience for 10 seconds. Ultimate gauge, revenge. I don't necessarily want that. Unlucky. Not sure I'm as impressed with these particular upgrades over the ones at the opposite side. Here's the additional party slot, so I could get one more slot going all the way down there. Let's check one more thing. What is this one again? The rerolls. Choosing a boss idol. That's all rerolls on boss idols. I think this one was cheaper, not a, it is a keystone, so 10,000. It was these. It's 2 disables during party selection, so you can get rid of certain classes. I'm still kind of toying around with classes, so I'm not too sure that I want to just get rid of them quite yet. All right, I think what I'm going to do for the time being, since you can kind of respec anytime you want, I'm going to kind of go heavy into this blocking for defense heroes. So this is frontline heroes. That's everybody in the front line. Frontline. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to get the front line again. Yeah. So this is what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35% block chance seems pretty good. All right, let's return. Let's go back and get a new game going. We're going to go into the Burning Fortress, but I do want to select a different party here. Now the priest, we did not have a priest active yet. We did have a sorcerer active. Kind of wondering, stat modifiers, strength hero. Okay, this is kind of what I wanted to look at. Is I want to see, are there any other defense? So obviously the guardian's defensive. The knight. So guardian, I think it's guardian knight. The paladin's probably defense. Yeah. So guardian knight, paladin. Shield mage. Oh, that's interesting. Swashbuckler. Okay. So our fair bit of defense heroes. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw. So we have the guardian, the smith, the shield mage, cleric, herbalist, wizard. I think I'm going to take the sorcerer out, or I'll put the priest in because we got the priest added last time. So I kind of want to see what it does. It does do, like it makes your other allies heal faster and gives you ability increases to their stats for short durations and so forth. So I haven't played with one yet. So it's a magic hero, but I think that's where we're going to go. We have a herbalist. Yeah, there's a lot of classes. It's really pretty cool. So let's go ahead and close this. We are on the Burning Fortress. We have not run it yet. And let's get the game going. Let's see how we go. So I'm going to pause it so I can set my heroes up. So I'm going to take my defensive hero and kind of pop him right there in the middle. I might actually move him one back. So he's still in the front line. There we go. Let's move the paladin next door. The cleric can kind of go anywhere, but I do want the cleric kind of within some of these. Does he have an aura? He does. So let's make sure everybody there's in the aura. He's kind of in the middle. I believe that's back row. Want him near the wizard. Ranger. And the herbalist. I don't want the herbalist in the front row, but I think this is still back row here. Right? All right, so it's got my front line, whole front line currently, and then I can set up another herbalist over here. The other thing to take note of while you're kind of doing this is you can see the cleric has his little, synergy bar, and the smith, the herbalist, and the paladin. So they all currently have their synergies. Now, before we click go, we're going to check what kind of characters do we have that we don't have a battle mage yet. Oh, I didn't remember seeing that in the character selection, but let's go ahead and get one. Let's get a duelist and let's get a brawler. We have one of each of those. Now, physical attack. This would be a way to get more money. So let's go and get that too. Okay. So now let's place our characters here. We do have to unpause and then pause it again. So the duelist we're going to take down here. This is a battle mage. So the battle mage, let's see, defense, MDF, it's more defensive against magic. To block magic attacks, strikes one enemy in melee with physical and magical power. For a short duration, front row allies add additional magic damage to your attack. So he's a buffer as well. Oh, and look, we got its synergy already. So I'm not quite sure what the synergy is. But let's throw here. Then we've got the brawler. I'll throw the brawler in here. There we go. So we kind of got people packed in here. We have this active. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's go. We'll turn up the speed to level 2, kind of get things churning here. Now, I think if we pick up exactly 1 coin, we know that this is triggered. It's only a 1% chance, but the thing with this game is you have an awful lot of characters, and that 1% might actually end up being, quite significant, especially as you duplicate the items and so forth. I haven't seen just 1 coin yet, but that doesn't mean that we haven't. I do check this routinely. Right? Oh, there's 3 right there. Did you see that? So that might have procced 3 times. So we'll go back to the higher here soon. Let's see what we got here. So we have a wizard, knight, fine weapons, and shield deflection. We don't have a knight, so I'm going to get the better of the 2 knights. I'm going to go ahead and get the fine weapons, and then we'll look to try and snag that shield before this refreshes. The knight can stay in the front lines. Let's go to higher again. Here's 5% chance to block physical damage. So now I'm going to be at like 40% chance to block. That's pretty good. Now, I don't know if there's a maximum block chance. I don't even know if it shows up on your character. I kind of wish some of it would. So this combat log. I've never really looked at the combat log before, so that's kind of interesting. Here we go. I've not looked at this either. Sorry to kind of interrupt the flow a little bit, but blocked 23 hits. Defensive effective 93%, self-healing 24. All this is interesting information. I didn't know it actually had this. I've been on these character sheets, but I haven't really just sat here and kind of looked at it. So that's kind of cool that you can get some interesting information during the game. So before it flips, I'm going to look Wizard Knight. I think we're going to let it flip before we buy anything else here. So let's see what else we get offered now. We do have a paladin. We don't have a rogue yet. I do like having more clerics, and I do like having more paladins. So we'll have to go back in there when we get around 200 more. I'll put the other cleric here. We get a fair bit of money. So we already do have enough for another character. We already have 1 paladin. I think I'm going to snag the rogue and get it working on its synergies. Let's throw him in the middle. I might move the rogue later because it would be really good to have like a class with an aura in that spot. But we'll go for it for now. Let's see. We can still get the paladins. Let's get that too. Extra XP. We'll skip that for now. So the paladin, I'm going to throw the other paladin down here. Still in the front row, but kind of getting its aura down on these characters here. We're going to wait for that to flip over, and we'll check this again. Haste spell. All right, so I always buy a potion or a bomb when they're available. So I think it's a good idea to have, this savior potion. Basically, if somebody dies, it's just going to save them and then give everybody a heal. So it's good to have this there. I think it's a solid item to spend money on for sure. So we get the bard first, and then can I also get the mercenary? Because then I've got both a bard and a mercy kicking it. So I'm going to replace the rogue where he's at, and then this mercenary can just go in the back too. All right. So let's see here. So we got a bunch of gold. Wow. Wondering if this has stats. I would really like to see how much gold it's generated. That'd be kind of a cool little report to see if your item purchase was good or not. All right, our first synergy is the cleric. Get him up to, they become a Templar. Now we got the paladin syncing up here. Should see a burst of these because we had a lot of people kind of working their synergies at the start there. Let's see what our new hires are. So we don't have a sorcerer yet. We don't have a warrior, and we don't have a gunslinger. So what I've tried to do is kind of get, like one of everything and then try and specialize a little bit. But it kind of works, kind of doesn't. I think what I want to do the next time I run this is try and get into a situation where I build a more focused party, maybe, especially when I get more points into the skill tree. So a lot of people synergizing there. And you can slow the video down and check, what classes they kind of work up to. Now, I haven't seen the battle mage. Now, the battle mage is in a pretty cool cloak. It looks like they become an enchanter. Let's add additional magic. So strikes one enemy in melee with an enchanted lightning damage, can arc to a nearby enemy, stun self for a moment. Interesting. So I wonder if I buy that can't be stunned ring, if that negates the disadvantage there. So the bishop class. Receive more healing and buffs last longer. Blesses 3 to 5 allies instead of 1 to 3. Huh. Now this one also says protecting them. I don't think it said that before. So that's interesting. Now we've got a upgrade here. The knight turns into a stalwart. Interesting. I think what I'm going to do is, as I go through the game, I'm going to try and take screenshots of all of those. A lot going on here. Let's check. Do we have a spell? So we need a peasant, right? And still it says 3 synergy heroes. I think what that means is you have 3 heroes that have already been upgraded with their synergy. I think that's what it means. Heavy weapons, that's extra XP. No, this is more what I'm interested in. I like the extra XP, but then I do have a sorcerer. So who did I just hire? I hired a peasant. Where did he go? Here he is. I kind of want the peasant down here. Is the peasant any particular? He's a strength hero, so he can kind of be up front. So we've got this whole mass of characters here. I guess we can buy these. I'm okay buying these too. We've got 1,000 left. Here the rogue is gonna turn into an assassin. We should start seeing this ascension bar soon. I'm starting to think that the ascension bar is based on how far you go, like how many bosses you've killed and stuff like that. So got another Templar leveling up here. We're getting the Archmage down pretty quickly. No one has died because I still have my potion. Normally you'll see a little message down here about them dying. Sometimes you'll miss it. So, all right, so we killed the big guys. We at least killed one. I don't know if we got 2 guys still down here, so I'm not sure why we're getting this option. A vulnerability spell, heroes gain 20% stat. Each hero loses 1% stats for each unique class in the party. Yikes, I have a lot of unique classes. If your party has 3+ heroes of the same class, these heroes gain 25% damage. Heroes not in the larger class group lose 10% stats. I'm just going to take the spell. So paladins become Templars. Makes sense. Tell you what I really like is some more defensive heroes. But 3% action gauge on crit. Oh yeah, I like this one. I'm going to get one more herbalist and another smithy. See if we can get them. I said I wanted like an herbalist kind of down here somewhere. So let's throw her here. And it does, the game does make it a little more complicated when you're trying to click on specific things because it moves everything around. So it gets kind of janky as you're doing that type of stuff. Oh, this armor. Put back here, please. So I do have an armor on the top already. I think I'm going to take the armor down here. So we got one more warlock here. We got getting lots of gold off of all this stuff, but I'd like to kill that warlock and kind of move past this wave. We do have another battle mage, another plate armor. Man, I really love another defensive hero, but proof staffs. Let's go and grab that. I'll go and grab another shield mage. We're at 25. I definitely don't want the shield mage kind of banging around in the front, although they're defensive. So let's have a shield and stuff. So maybe they are pretty good up front. I don't know. Wave 25 in the Burning Fortress. Fiery Temper. Interesting. Kind of gathering up a bunch of money. See what I got. Okay, so we finally got another Guardian. To get a Barbarian too. So we'll let them go up front. Get the Barbarian back a little bit. Strength hero, but pretty good, pretty tanky. You can kind of have them in the front. We're cruising towards what, wave 30. Just gather up as much money as we can. I'll go and snag the staff again. Kind of wait until it clicks. I don't necessarily want another herbalist at the moment. So I don't think any synergies are up, and we almost have our first ascension, so that's kind of cool too. Yeah, sorcerer's got its firewall going now. I saw that going in. I am kind of curious about who the sorcerer synergizes with. I'm going to hold off on that for a second because I have two more synergies coming up here. All right, perform ascension. So the way, if you haven't seen this before, the ascension works is you pick two characters. They can't be the same type of character. So basically I can put like I think I'm going to put a Templar and maybe the Assassin. Let's do that. So an Assassin Templar sounds really cool. So a Shadow Justicar looks badass. All right, so the Shadow Justicars can kind of go up front and just start doing their thing. Move this in a little tighter. The reason being they get so many more hit points than than the others. Once you ascend, you get a ton of hit points. So back to the higher screen. So I'm going to do this fine weapons, do more damage. I'm going to snag another paladin. I think everybody else we're going to kind of keep there. So paladin wise, we're going to go down here. Throw the paladin kind of here. So I kind of want the ores all across my line here. Shield mage turns into a bastion. Interesting. Things calm down for a second. I want to look at this bastion. So increased magic, that's something that it has at its lower level. Strikes an enemy with a magic attack that applies Aegis Mark. Attackers gain a shield when hitting the marked target. Interesting. Grants all heroes an icy shield and prevents the next attack's damage. Has 50% chance to freeze the attacker. Wow, that's really nice. Check higher again. So I don't think we have a swashbuckler yet, and we did get rid of our assassin. So we'll hire one of each. Swashbuckler can kind of go down here. The rogue, I'm going to throw up here. Let's check items again. Hooded garb is Dex heroes gain 5%. going to snag one more wizard as well, and that should be our kind of a Templar up here. Interesting. Oh, I haven't found a druid yet. Druid was not on there, right? Yeah, I need a druid so the wizards can start leveling up. Or sorry, they're changing their to their synergy class. Let's check. We really here. Ask and you shall receive there. Let's place the druid kind of in here. They have an aura as well. So at 31, I'm pushing that 35 number characters here. Let's snag this one. I'm going to snag another warrior. Where did my warrior go? He went right up front. So we'll go ahead and keep him up front. Warriors are pretty tanky, but later on, they really need to, you need to watch them because they'll die very quickly. Now, you can see the wizards. Look at that. The synergy on the wizards. We're like, bam, I'm already synergized. I'm ready to go. There's a magus. The gunslinger is good now. Let's check our hires again. Man, I'd really love to find another. Oh, I don't have a samurai, so let's snag that. Let's snag a ring of criticals. All heroes gain 10% critical damage. All heroes gain 3% action gauge on crit. Not going to get another knight at the moment, but as far as a samurai is concerned, let's throw him here. I am going to keep him in the front, and the reason being I have a lot of bonuses for frontline heroes. Let's go ahead and synergize this guy up. I should have another one in here. Yeah, here he is. I was like, I see an orange glow somewhere. Now, I'd like to find a kind of a spell other than this invulnerable. Right, the peasant leveled up. The peasant turns into a protagonist. We've seen that before. This wizard's almost ready to go. There's a lot of stuff being thrown at us here, so it's hard to see what's going on. Let's click higher again. Knight, rogue, samurai, shield, mage, plate, armor. Let's go with the plate. I'm going to get another shield mage. Call it there for a second. Now the shield mage I'm going to throw down here. You can see things are kind of in a little bit of a grind here. So the magus upgrade is here. I see anybody else? I can't see through this green haze. So the warrior upgraded to his synergy. Oh, it's so hard to see. It's 60 mana to cast that. Okay, so now I have a ninja instead of a samurai. So shield mage, ninja, I can just buy a ninja outright. That's interesting too. I think I'm going to do that. Increase counterattack. Confusion, I don't know. Teaches confusion spell. So my ninja, I'm going to take a ninja up here. So I kind of have one there too. How did I get another idle option? Did I actually fight a boss there? I didn't even notice it. Huh. I killed it really fast. Coin drop increased by 30%. Enemies gain 10% stats. I don't like this one because of the switch of front and back targeting. I want my targeting to be on front. My strength hero gains 50% damage, 50% defense. All their heroes lose 30% strength. Wow. I think we're taking the Idol of Greed. Go with that. So our enemies. So Warmonger is new character that opened up. I like that. That's kind of what I've seen so far is once you get to the 50th wave, you end up getting a new character unlock so far. So nothing new there. Let's go to 3 speed. I'm not sure that we're going to make it to 100. We started to really get crushed on our last run in the last biome at level 90. So I'm going to speed up a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab. I'm going to get the gunslinger because it can get to its synergy class. We get this Frost Nova spell, so we have something to cast. Get the gunslinger and some auras there. Yeah, it makes it really hard to see what's going on. This is the most characters I've had in a group, but things going really fast. It's very difficult to see what's going on. I have to slow it down a bit. I want to go faster so I can, get through this quicker, but it's very hard to see what's going on and hard to see kind of where you need to click to get the synergy heroes going. Okay, so higher flipped, let's check that real quick so I can get a Templar and Apothecary. Those are both upgraded. Let's snag this and let's get a Templar. And let's get, well, I don't have enough for the Boots of Speed, but this Templar can go down here, perform Ascension. So now with this Ascension, you see we've got a lot more characters. Now I have 2 warriors, so I'm going to take a warrior. Or I have 2 of these upgraded warriors. How about a warrior and one of the armors? Let's see what this says. Forged Steel Ember Blade. That looks pretty cool. All right, so Forged Steel Ember Blade. Let's go ahead and throw that. Oh, I can't see. Yeah, all these effects. I'm going to just leave it there. Let's go ahead and kind of freeze some of this stuff. See if we can get some of that going. So it didn't flip yet. Now I'm wondering if this is the good thing to get. I think I am going to get that just because filling out your action gauge seems like is pretty valuable. Having your abilities go off more often. Let's go ahead and throw a Frost here. There's a lot of grouping there. So this did flip. So we have Knight, Bishop, Battle Mage, Plate Armor, Assassin's Charm. Let's go and get some more money. So get that money. We're at wave 58. A lot more enemies going on here because I notice things are a lot slower in this run than the last biome. So a lot more things to kill with each wave, kind of, is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Let's do a Nova here and just get some things frozen. Now I'm wondering, based on the look of the class, I'm wondering if the Warmonger is the synergy for the Sorcerer. Let me start pressing my key on my keyboard a little more. Well, oh, I don't have enough mana. It's like, why isn't that working? Let's check higher real quick. So we have 20,400. I do have a ranger, I have a peasant, I have a smithy. Ooh, increase action gauge by 1% when an enemy appears. That seems really good. Let's go with that for the moment. Give me some mana. Oh man, I see some people getting close to getting me. Now, no one's died so far, but I think that's about to change here soon. Duelist Knight, Peasant, Chain Lightning. I already have kind of a damaging effect spell, so I don't think I want any of these guys. Let's just accumulate some more. So this is about to flip in a little bit. Hang on. They seem to be doing pretty good offensively. Do a freeze there. Check the highway at 24,000. So get another guardian. I'm definitely doing that. Get another sorcerer, another paladin. Oh, I like that. Okay, we'll get those two. Put the guardian up front. Get him. Oh, switch. I just wanted. Yeah. Okay, so he's back there a little bit. All right. So the guardian will start working his way up to his synergy. We're partway through the ascension up here. Last time we did get to ascend 3 times, so we've done it twice so far. The ascended characters are really, really good. One thing I don't like about this biome is whatever this green animation is, makes it so hard to see anything that's going on with your characters. And also the green kind of matches the hit point bar. So, okay, so Steelheart the Guardians died in battle. So the Guardian we just purchased is now dead. Let's slow this down a little bit. Let's freeze here. We're still at 36 characters. Do we get him back? How much are these guys? So I might just kind of go all in on getting some new characters out here. There's the battle mage. I'm going to put her over here. Oh. Hello. I guess I can't see the spot to put her in. Just freeze some stuff and have less things doing damage to us. So shield reflection, ranger, cleric. Another cleric would be nice. Let's do that. So now I've never had 40 characters before, so this will be interesting to see if I can keep people alive long enough to get to 40. This warrior's jumped out right in front to just say, hey, just going to be right out here if anybody needs me. Let's do a freeze here. Skeleton soldier added to the glossary. I thought somebody died. I'm like, no. All right, so the hiring flipped. There's no upgraded characters, but I did get offered another cleric. Healer's Charm. I think I'm going to take one more cleric. I do like clerics quite a bit. Now, warriors and clerics are characters that I like to play in Dungeons and Dragons, so this is kind of cool to see them, be pretty good in this game. They usually are. Warriors and clerics are real core to every fantasy kind of RPG game. So I do have a real world group that I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with, and now that campaign ended. It went on for a little over 7 years, if you can believe that. And we, ended up, our characters ended up leveling to level 20, the maximum level in D&D, and it was a fun ride the entire time. Massive, epic campaign that the Dungeon Master put together. It's really, really cool. It's the second longest, role playing in the real world, not on a computer, but, a live role playing game they've been a part of. Now, we did meet through Zoom and, whatnot, but many of the people I play with are local, but a few of them are in different parts of the US. But we met routinely every single Monday for over 7 years, and it was an absolute blast. Now, starting this Monday, we're looking to start up an Earthdawn campaign, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to run that and see how that goes. All right, so back to this game. Let's take a look. Trickster is an upgraded class. We don't have enough. We have this Ring of Defense. That would be awesome if I could get some monies for that. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. There's so much stuff here. Let's do a freeze and see if we can avoid stuff dying. So we did lose a character there. I'm going to freeze these guys up and see if we can stay at 39 characters. All right, so let's see if we can hire somebody in. That's 17,000. This Ring of Defense looks pretty good. Let's see if we can keep our characters alive that way. We don't have enough mana for anything. Oh, we had a guardian die. Oh, our bulwark die. Yikes. No, no, no. That's going to be bad. When you see your defensive characters drop, things are not going to go well. So that's another defensive character died before this ascension. So I'm going to try this in a shield mage. I've not used a shield mage in an ascend yet. These guys are going to kind of be Arcane Citadel. So these guys are kind of going to be the new defensive guys until I can pick some up. This guy Templar's about ready to ascend. I'm losing characters. I am fighting a boss here though, so let's do freezing there. Let's ascend at this guy. I don't know if I have enough. Peasant, druid, duelist. I really don't have enough. I have lost about 4 characters. I'm going to let this flip here in a second and then check again. I don't really know that any of those characters are going to help us so much. All right, so Druid, Smith, Priest. Let's get the Priest, and can I get these fine weapons? Sure. All right, so Priest jumped right back here. Not sure where to put the Templar. Things are kind of hard. It's so hard to see with this green, like poison cloud thing that's going on. All right, so did we kill this Lich, or he went intangible or something? Because you see, I can't do anything against him. All right, our characters are still alive. We are accumulating quite a bit of gems. We lost 2 characters there. Or did we? No, we're still at 37. That's okay. But like I said, we're starting that Earthdawn campaign up. Earthdawn's another role-playing game like Dungeons and Dragons. It's a really cool game. Played it years and years and years ago. That was actually the second longest campaign I've ever been a part of. Was the kind of the futuristic version of Earthdawn, which was called Shadowrun. I'm still around today. Played more in the past, but the guys wanted to play like a kind of a heroic, like a low-level superhero type fantasy game, and I pitched it. Earthdawn's kind of that way. You kind of got people of the world, and then you're kind of like fantasy kind of superheroes, like kind of low power superheroes, but you get more and more powerful as as you advance, of course. But I would say the power levels are very different between like at Earthdawn and D&D. You begin with your character being fairly powerful and able to do some really extraordinary things. So it's a pretty fun game. Trick shot. Can I get, let's dish out some damage and see if that helps some. Oops, sorry, close. I don't know where the trick shot went. I don't see him like just kind of hanging out in the front lines, but hopefully if we keep 38 characters, we get past this Lich here would be nice. So the Skeletal Mage is there and the Lich is the big guy here. So as far as hiring, I am going to do a refresh early and see if I can get, I need a Guardian here. So hopefully the Guardian just doesn't keel over dead right away. Where's he at? I don't even see him. This green wall of whatever this is. I assume he's out there somewhere. I did hire him, right? Yep. Let's freeze these guys again. I'm still not sure what came together to kind of kill all my Guardians and their synergy upgrades all at the same time. They just drop like flies. So I'm not quite sure what did that. This lich is almost dead. If we can kill that, we just have the skeleton mage left. I assume the lich is the main uh, enemy here, but I don't know until it dies. If I get offered an idol when it dies, that was the case. I would think. Okay, I did not. So maybe the skeleton, maybe I kill him. Oh, there it is. Okay, I did get it. Idol of Magic is not one I want. Synergy heroes are stronger. Ascended heroes are slightly weaker. Now that's interesting because I have a lot of synergy heroes. So let's go with that. I've not taken that before. I have a ton of synergy heroes. So see if that works out. Let's freeze the skeleton mage. Okay, this guardian did upgrade. I could buy a bastion outright. Let's do that. Jumped right up front, of course. I think I can place it here. Yeah. Oh, I just can't win. I can't see anything in here. All right, so we have a barbarian, Templar. Ooh, I can get the bomb. I'm going to get the bomb. I'm going to get another Templar. So I have a lot of bonuses on the defensive heroes. So in front line, we do have a bomb now. So I can roll out a bomb when things start looking bad. We are up to 41 heroes again. So this is another example of being able to come back from heroes dying. I've not been able to do that in the lower end levels, but I seem to be able to recover somewhat. You know, I don't have all my defensive guys alive. I can't see anybody's hit points because this green mist of obfuscation there. But I've been able to keep a fair bit of people alive. That's a lot of things that are out. So I'm going to go ahead and toss the bomb there and just see if I can get a bunch of gold. Things are refreshed. I can do my ascension. Ooh, ring of health. Yes, I'm going to do that. That's going to give everybody quite a bit of bonuses. So in ascension here, I do have a lot of Templars, and I'm going to throw, I don't only have one duelist. Let's do a Templar Barbarian. Let's try that. A Raging Jescar looks pretty sweet too. I really do like these Ascension models. Very cool. All right, so now we have 40 versus 41. We don't have enough to buy any characters. So we're probably going to let that flip. We do have quite a bit of mana, so let's go ahead and throw a Frost in there. Actually, I'm going to early flip this. All right, so we have a Savior Potion, so we can save ourselves if we need to. And then 17,704. I am going to buy that too. So we got 10% more hit points on everybody. We've got a Savior Potion now. The one thing I'd really like to get is another bomb. But we're at 40 heroes, so we have quite a bit of stuff going on. If I get 5 more heroes before the final boss, we might be okay. Like that's something I haven't been able to do is like get to a point where I have a full 45-person party. So I wouldn't mind getting that done. I think I need about 24,000. Yeah. So 27 that I can get another character. Sorry if you hear the ice clattering around in my drink. I've got a little drink tonight. What's everybody been up to? What games are you playing? I know you're interested in this Legionbound, or you would be watching this, but what do you think of the game so far? What are similar games that you've played that have led you to explore Legionbound? You know, do you like auto battlers? Is that something you care for? I really enjoy tower defense and a action RPGs, role playing games. You can see, you know, the Slay the Spire roguelikes. kind of have a really broad range of games that I enjoy. So that's why I kind of thought about putting this YouTube channel together and just kind of exploring different games with everybody and see what they like, see if they like the videos, and see if they, pick up on games that I've picked up on, or enjoying the same games, or if I can help anybody out. I have a series on a really cool little tower defense game called Outhold. And that one did really, really well. I did a lot of Let's Plays on that, and a lot of guides on how to get through all the different quests and different challenges that are in the game. So really, really kudos to those developers. They did such a good job. Stalwart, I think that's what I'm going to go for, but I need 38,000 for that. So he's hired. I do think I'm going to look more. So that restores hit points. Yeah, somebody do that. Restore hit points. I don't know where the Stalwart went. Somebody used the potion, so they didn't die, or they died, but they didn't die. So hold on, I gotta do some freezing here. Wow, it's a lot of stuff coming at us. Yeah, I honestly think that's where you start to. Yeah, we just lost 2 people. Ugh. Our defensive guys too. I am going to refresh early here so we can get some defensive guys back out there. I do not have an option there or here. All right, well, let's plate armor everybody up and see how it goes. I saw the word Shield of Faith. We're going to need that for sure. All right, well, we'll accumulate some money. There's really not a lot I can do. I can't freeze anybody at the moment. We are collecting a massive amount of skill gems. Those lightnings, I'm going to try and cast oh, man, that's not exactly where I wanted that, but the screen's moving around so much. We did lose 3 more characters right there. So 4 more characters, 3 more characters. It listed those off. Wow, yeah, this is not going to go well. I don't think we're going to make it to 99. It's a lot of characters dying here. I don't have enough money to replace them all. Yikes. I guess we'll grab an armor. I don't know really what to do here with these guys. Now, looking at this guy here, the sending 167,000, I don't recall really having that many hit points on some of these guys before, so it's very different. Now, 27,000 doesn't get me anything, but all right, screen, stop shaking. We just lost 2 more people. Honestly, even if I had a healing spell here, I don't think I'd be able to do much with it because I can't see. I can't see hit points, bars, and stuff. So, I mean, I can see this one here. But in general, it's very difficult. So, protagonist, a mercenary, a ring of defense. I am going to get another character just because I really do need just more bodies, I think, if I'm going to be successful at all. I think we're going to lose a lot of characters here soon. And I don't have enough money to keep replacing them because it's so extraordinarily expensive for new characters. Assassin unlocked in the glossary. That's interesting. So we got some unlocks. I'm quite happy with this run. We are getting farther than I thought. I thought we were going to die pretty quickly there. So we lose another character because they're down to 35. Let's go ahead and freeze some of these and just kind of, get less incoming damage. Still at 35 characters. Let's see, Ranger, Cleric. I'm going to go ahead and refresh with Savior Potion and a Bomb. 42,000 for a bulwark. Good grief. We're still at 35 characters, so scooch him back and get some more auras on him. Same here. We lost another character, the Warden of Light. Ugh, yikes. Well, 28,000 gets me nothing, so is what it is. Right, so we have enough mana to cast some freezing. We're still at 34, but I need 42. Hopefully we'll get another bulwark offered here. Still really, really shocked that we actually are keeping this going here. So here's refreshed. Druid Mercenary Shield Mage. I think I'm going to refresh early and see if I can get a Barbarian Enchanter. Refresh again. Oh, so close. All right, well, let's see if we can keep this going. We got another guy dying. We're down to 32. Perform Ascension. So let's take a Cleric and a Shield Mage. Let's check that out. We're almost to level. We're almost to a pretty cool. Put that right in the middle there. If we can get to 99, I think we might be okay. Let's go here. Man, that screen shake. It like knows when you're trying to do something. It shakes the screen so it doesn't go where you want it. Here, over 43,000. We're almost there. Just watch the gold here. I don't think that kind of character is just going to save me outright, but it's certainly going to tank for a while. And it's already leveled up. So we're going to get it back here in some auras. Move the paladin down here closer. Yeah. So we can keep that thing alive. Nope, already dead. Not even alive for a few minutes. It was like less than a minute. It's already dead. Yeah, I think that beat wave 100 in the Burning Fortress. Okay, I did it. Oh man, now this guy just ends up killing you. So you just watch your characters kind of just die at this point. But I'm shocked that I made it. I think once I start seeing characters die, I just like, no, it's not going to happen. And then all my defensive heroes died. So interesting. Well, I'm happy we made that. It is a longer run when you do those things, but we did okay. Unlocked Artificer. Oh, that's interesting. I was looking to, hopefully they had somebody like this. Now I'm very curious if this class is interactive with items, because that's what I was hoping they had a class like this in the game. I didn't know they did. Let's see. Artificer. Deals even more bonus damage to marked enemies. Hurls a magical shard at one enemy with a range attack inflicting marked. Marks the highest health enemy with a reverberation rune. When they're hit, they emit damaging bursts. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping they had a character that would interact with like the number of items that you had up here that you're purchasing for your characters, but it doesn't, but it seems interesting. We did open another character too, right? So let's take a look here. Those all look familiar. New, we looked at that one. Am I missing one? I don't think so. So you have Lumberjack, Barkeep, Tax Collector, Witch, and Monk. Man, I really thought we unlocked another character. But that's all right. Well, this is Legionbound. That was another good run. And we'll try it again next time, try and get through the next biome, see what we can unlock. Until then, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing on Legionbound. What's your favorite? Have you built out a specific type of class structure that's working for you? Are you using like 5 guardians and 5 clerics and 5 wizards, or what are you putting together to make it work? So far, I've just been going with like bring everything in and get everything synergizing and whatnot, and just kind of throwing, you everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. But fun stuff. I really like this game. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you're doing. Take care, everybody.